Hello everybody, my name is Lane Nelson. I'm a product manager here at Oracle, and today I'd like to give you an overview of some new functionality that's coming out with our Meter Solution Cloud Service 21C. It is called Throttling Disconnect Commands. Now, subsequent to the release of the cloud version, an on-premise release will also be coming subsequently. Thanks for joining. So on the agenda today, we've got benefits and features, implementation advice, and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how to set this up. And it's actually quite easy to set up. So what is throttling disconnect commands? Well, this allows users to limit the number of commands that are issued per hour. For example, you may only want to issue 30 disconnects per hour. And this feature ensures that commands are processed within a specific business hours and a specific business day. Now, why do customers need this? Well, we've had many customers tell us that they've had problems when they run their collections process with SGG and service order management, and they disconnect everybody at once for non-pay. What happens is all the customers call in and ask why they have an outage, and once they understand it's for non-pay, they'll want to pay. And this takes time, and you don't want everyone sitting there waiting to try and get in or get busy signals. This makes for unhappy customers who have an outage at the time, and it overloads the call center. So the idea is you spread that load out, and users will typically set this up by hour. I want to do so many per hour, and this allows customers to do this. They take off a lunch period, or they can set the number of records they want to throttle. You know, if you have a heavier crew in certain times of the day, you can have more than other times of the day. But this is going to help prevent call centers from being overloaded, and it's going to improve customer service by reducing call wait times and customer outage periods. I think this is going to help a lot of people. So let's get on to implementation advice and how you set up throttling disconnect commands. So there's 3 steps. You're going to configure the cut for non-payment orchestrator activity type. And you're also going to configure the remote disconnect command activity type. And then you're going to call a new batch control for issuing commands, D1CRWTO. So first of all, how to configure a cut for non-payment orchestrator. So you're going to go to the activity type, cut for non-payment, and you're going to set up these things. You're going to say ensure business hours, and that's where you're going to say we can only issue disconnect commands on this work calendar. And you set up the work calendar to specify your work days and your non-work days and your holidays, and we can only do it between 8 a.m. and 4:30. So you'll set this to whatever your business hours are and your specific work calendar. So you're going to go configure the non-payment orchestrator activity type. Then you're going to figure the remote disconnect command itself. You're going to set the throttling option to allowed, and you're going to specify the number of commands that can be processed by the time period, and that's usually hours. And you see we have it set up at 9 a.m. People are just coming online. They're going to do 50 an hour. Then at 10 they're going to do 100, and 11 they have 150. Take off for lunch, and at 1 they pick back up again. Very easy to set up. Now there's also a new batch control. This batch control is command request wait monitor for throttle option. So D1CRWTO. This batch control monitors active activities in the wait for effective date state. So when commands are issued, they're going to wait there, and this monitor is going to pick them up and fire those off. Now if the throttling option is set to yes, it will only process up to the number of records specified on the command activity type we just set up. Please note, this batch control can be used for all commands, but you shouldn't mix and match using the old command batch control and this one. If you're going to use throttling, you need to use this new batch command, because if you use the old batch job for calling commands, it will inadvertently transition these disconnects and will ignore throttling, ignoring the configuration. So if you're going to use throttling, you need to use this new batch control D1CRWTO for all commands. And as of this release, throttling is only available with remote disconnect smart meter command activities. It's not available for anything else. Now, if you need more information, please refer to the online documentation and the description of the batch control D1CRWTO. And you can go to the admin guide, the administrative guide, and search for throttling commands issued from service order activities. Okay, now let's see a little quick demonstration. Very simple. So I went to activity type and I go to cut for non-payment orchestrator. I searched, I went to the activity type and you see cut service for non-payment. I go down and I see that I have to specify ensure business hours, yes, specify a work calendar, specify a start and end period. Very easy. If you want more information, you can go to this help and it explains what those are. Okay, the next activity type we're going to have to set up is also here, and that's remote disconnect. We broadcast it and we go down and we set the throttle option equal to allowed and we specify the schedule. Very easy. Very easy to set up. Then to actually run it, you're going to go call the new batch job just like you would the old batch job for commands. Okay. Thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful.